What I've made so far are these fingerless gloves. This is the hat. I hope you can see the light is in my view. This is a white scarf that I'm working on right now to go with this nice little cranberry fingerless gloves and hat. Single stitch. It's going to be wide. I'm making the length. This is as long as I've gotten so far. And this is a scarf that I've already made. Isn't that nice? And it's really soft too. Single stitched, nice and warm. So you can see that. It's my little bells. I'm like working on these because I want to see how they feel. I want to see where the snags are. I want to see if my wire wrapping is legit and like when you're wearing it and wearing clothes, is my stuff, you know what I'm saying, gonna be snagging on your things? Is it practical? Um, how useful is it? So I'm using it first, checking it out, switching up my little ideas and stuff, and just seeing like how can it really um, you know, how can it really help me so that I know how it really helps you? What is the practical use? Because, I'll throw a whole bunch of bells on there and you might be looking like a clown, but that's not your thing. So, how can we make it practical where I'm using the brass and using the bells and what they mean, the spiritual meaning of it, but also have it blend in to a sense of fashion and style is important to me. Different types of wrapping, and so I mean that's what I'm doing with that. That's why it's taking me so long. Um, but I'd rather do that, and then when I finally get it together, it's legitimate, and I don't have to worry about it, rather than rush and do something that I'm not satisfied with, because the whole point was for me to come up with things that I actually use in my spiritual practices and my daily comings and goings. These are the fingerless gloves. Now, I like fingerless gloves and I use them because it cuts down on how much I'm touching, you know, um, filthy things, and they're very stylish, very cute. And they help me grip my stick when I'm working out. They're really good for driving. Oh, and this is and also this is a, another scarf I'm working on. I like the way the gray and the it's like a blue gray, but I like the way it's blending together, and I think I'll do the same thing and make a hat and oh, my hook is still in here. I make a hat and some fingerless gloves to go with this one too. So I just take my time with it. My prices have definitely raised. I think 80 to $100 a set for the fingerless gloves, hat, and scarf, and starting there on these sets. And I'm gonna take my time and go into some more nicer yarns. I like to use things like silk and Egyptian cotton and just different things. I like to make the different styles and each one unique. And so I'm gonna wait for the right people to wear my things. I'm not gonna rush and make cheap things and try to give them to you. I'm really not in a rush like that. I don't want to make money like that. I want people that actually know what they're wearing to wear the things that I make. So that's the way we're gonna do that. And I'm making them really thinking about you know what your lives are like and what you go through every day. With the information and people messing with you. I mean, I know there's all kinds of things you could be dealing with, breaking out of boxes and maybe needing a little bit of support. My friend sent me a coffee cup once, and I'll tell you, when things get stressed out, I have me a cup of tea in that coffee cup. Someone that I spoke to online, that I speak to regularly online. No, she's not here. She's all the way across the world somewhere. But it meant something to me that they took the time to do that. And we do some exchange. So there's a different feel to things when someone makes them than there is to when a machine punches it out. And each stitch takes time. And the material holds energy. If you know about things like that, you don't want old clothes because they have a feeling. You know, people don't get other people's jewelry because it leaves like a spiritual footprint on it. And it's the same thing with clothes. Like I spend a lot of time meditating and really thinking about what we be going through every day, trying to maintain this information and have balance and teach the people around us. And we're growing and learning. We're morphing as this is happening. So we're making mistakes as we're seeing this mess around us. And we're growing and fixing our mistakes as things are going on around us. And we have high hopes. The people that have high hopes for each other, not just for themselves, are the people that I'm speaking to. The empaths who want to wear something cozy when they walk out the house. Who know what this is? I swear with each stitch, I want to give you a hug because that's just who I am. And I know how hard it can be. And I know how lonely it can be and frustrating. But the joy that you get from succeeding, uh, it's worth it all for that connection with Source. To know that you really pleased the Creator is to know that you did something your best to please others. So during this time and this purge where we're like cleaning out all these demons and stuff, and oh, I know it's hard during this Mercury retrograde, during one of the biggest planetary alignments we just got finished with during the history of mankind. What they're calling, what this is Revelations, the age of Aquarius, the age of enlightenment. Regardless of what you want to call it, some stuff going on right now, right? Really intense. Thinking about perspective and like groupthink and like wanting to be the medicine. I'm thinking about universal law, thinking about divine intervention, thinking about the law of two or more. To beat the odds and actually have the betterment and beat the bully and not have to throw one punch, to do it with a thought. One person at a time, one stitch at a time, one thought at a time, according to universal law. Eh? What's under your cap? That's the theme for my house. What's under your cap? What you thinking? What you feeling? What are you connected to? What are you working on? We're so different. And that's what I think of when I make the different things, is how different we each are. And how we each have different things to be going through and learning, becoming. How we each fit. How we each play a role, a deep role. No matter how small you think your stuff is, you have no idea what you're connected to. You could be the cog in the wheel and this vast design, and without you, like, the message won't get through, the juice won't flow, the kundalini won't go through the machine if it doesn't hit all the spots. You can't leave it out and manufacture it and clone this feeling, this idea, this journey, this hard work, this purge. There's no easy way out. It's one decision at a time, one stitch at a time, one day at a time, one deep breath at a time to contemplate not doing that, or doing that, or why you're doing that. Makes a big freaking difference in breaking the programming. To notice the difference between this and a 99-cent or $5 hat that you can get from Walmart or somewhere, I don't know, is different. You're not going to get this feeling from that. And that's what I'm thinking about when I'm doing it. While I'm learning, listening to different things, taking a break from making videos or trying to find a way that I can unload this Akashic vault of information to you in balance from my perspective and pivotal point in society. How do I give my brothers and sisters my best and have you really understand what I'm trying to say? Well, what's under your cap? What's in your heart? What do you do with your hands? That's what ties us together. Or does it? All connected, whether we like it or not. This is a congressional, a conjoining, a sticky business that we're in this growing and trying to fix this ish. So that's why I'm asking what's under your cap. You don't gotta be perfect. I'm not. Don't put on any charades. Just be real about it. It's that time, y'all. Purging is not supposed to be cute. I'm like, we're so adorable falling over ourselves because it means that we're trying to do it. We're so adorable and so loving, shedding the light on all the garbage so that we can clean it out and say, no, I'm not doing that anymore. It's so adorable to see my brothers and sisters shine their light and say no or yes at times that are so healing right now. And like really with the vibration of truth is really there. They're shedding the light on the bull, on the false vibrations are being more exposed. May we slowly clear a path for each other. That if we can't meet here, we can meet here. We can meet here in our brains, or we can meet here. Now send it to you. Much love to you, the Sacred Craftsman, Siren Buddha Medicine, Red Death and Howard.